Thousands of Gators fans at the University of Florida this past weekend singing Tom Petty's "I Won't Back Down." Tune is somewhat fitting. College football stadiums around the country have become packed with eager and largely maskless fans since the season started this month, or last month rather. However, college and university classrooms are a different story. At the University of Florida, for example, masks are mandated for everyone on campus. The university's COVID guidelines post on their website states, "We expect everyone to wear a mask at all times when inside any UF facility, even if you are vaccinated." This includes our students, faculty, staff, vendors, and visitors. So does COVID-19 only affect classrooms? Is there a double standard or really just a make-believe standard at play here? Joining me now is Jake Bequette. He's a former defensive end for the University of Arkansas Razorbacks and the New England Patriots. He's also running for Senate in the great state of Arkansas. Jake, thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me on.
So you got thousands and thousands of fans packed into these college football games, but then on Monday in class, everybody's masked up. I mean, what's going on? I know that the stadiums are outdoors, sure, but you got people right on top of each other. They're screaming, they're yelling. But then in the classrooms, they're having to mask up even if they're vaccinated. It feels like this is all kind of arbitrary.
Well, sure, it's all theater. And I think these policies that are put in place by these COVID tyrants all over the country, these packed college football stadiums show just how preposterous these policies truly are. I was in Fayetteville, Arkansas 2 weekends ago to watch the Arkansas Razorbacks beat the Texas Longhorns in front of a packed house of over 75,000 screaming fans, maskless fans, I might add. It was a great atmosphere. It was great to see everything coming together in Fayetteville, Arkansas for a great win for the Hogs. But it was ridiculous because a large proportion of those fans were students who are forcibly masked every day in class. They rush the field. I guess COVID doesn't take place on a football field on Saturday night. And then a large proportion of those fans, obviously, are people who are employed, who are under threat of losing their jobs for refusing COVID vaccine mandates or mask policies at their place of employment. I presume a lot of those screaming fans in college football stadiums across the country are people who have small children who are forcibly masked on airplanes, toddlers as young as 2 and 3 years old in public transit and elementary schools. It's just absolutely ridiculous. And I think these packed stadiums are truly an act of defiance from people all over the country who are sick and tired of these mandates. They're sick and tired of the hypocrisy. They're sick and tired of the tyranny, and they're not going to take it anymore. As Tom Petty would say, they're not backing down.
How do you think this ends? I mean, is that essentially it? We have to just reach a point where we have more and more Americans who will find ways to non-comply with the dictates of Fauciism? Because it feels like even if someone's in a red state, say, where they believe there's some degree of freedom afforded them from the harshest and most arbitrary COVID mitigation policies, the federal government steps in. There's still the possibility of federal government mandates for travel on flights when it comes to the vaccine. So how do you think we finally end this madness?
I think you'll have to see like-minded people band together in their places of employment, in their communities. It's just going to happen. It's going to take an all of government approach, all the above, local, state, and federal. But really, it has to happen at the grassroots. Look, really, these companies won't employ these mandates if they're under threat of losing 20, 30, 40% of their employees. These schools won't impose mandates if they're under threat of losing half their student body population. Okay, we have to stand up and fight back against these ridiculous mandates. Look, it takes all of us. We can't wait for someone to come in and save the day. Look, people have to step up in their communities. Of course, it takes Republican leaders and conservatives who are in government to stand up and speak out against this. But look, it's going to take every single person at all levels, local, county, state, and federal.